The snow fell softly on the bustling city, creating a magical atmosphere that seemed to slow down time itself. Christmas Eve had arrived, blanketing everything in a serene hush. Say, her heart heavy with unspoken longing, stepped out of her apartment building. Little did she know, fate had a plan for her that night. Across town, Steve Robson was wrapping up work at the community center. She decided to walk to the nearby park, seeking solace in the familiar surroundings. His path led him to the same park where Amma was headed, their destinies unknowingly intertwined. Amma found a secluded bench under a canopy of twinkling lights. Steve noticed her silhouette on the bench, a figure of serene solitude. He hesitated for a moment, then decided to approach her, feeling an inexplicable connection. A week later, their paths crossed again, this time at a local football game. Amma wasn't a big football enthusiast, but her friend had convinced her to come for the festive atmosphere. Steve, a lifelong fan of the home team, was surprised to see Amma in the stands. He couldn't help but smile, remembering their Christmas Eve encounter.
Fancy meeting you here,
he said, his voice a little breathless. Amma turned, her face breaking into a warm smile.
It's good to see you again,
she replied, surprised and pleased. They chatted throughout the game, their initial awkwardness melting away with each shared laugh and stolen glance. As the excitement reached fever pitch, a vendor selling hot chocolate bumped into Steve, spilling the steaming beverage all over him.
Oh no!
Amma gasped, her hand flying to her mouth in concern. Steve, covered in hot chocolate, could only laugh at the absurdity of the situation.
I guess that's my cue to offer you a rain check on that coffee,
he said, wiping the chocolate off his face.
I'd like that very much.
Amma's laughter rang out, clear and bright, a sound that resonated deep within Steve's heart. Her eyes sparkled with amusement. Their first date was at a cozy cafe, filled with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and cinnamon pastries. The warmth of the cafe contrasted beautifully with the chilly winter air outside, creating a perfect setting for their budding romance. They talked for hours, sharing their dreams, their fears, their hopes for the future. The conversation flowed effortlessly, as if they had known each other for years. Steve was captivated by Amma's kindness, her intelligence, her infectious laugh. Every moment with her felt like a precious gift.
You're amazing, Amma. I can't believe how lucky I am to have met you.
Amma, in turn, was drawn to Steve's compassion, his unwavering optimism, his genuine interest in her life. She felt a connection she had never experienced before.
I feel so lucky to have met you. Every day with you feels like a new adventure.
As the weeks turned into months, their bond grew stronger. They discovered new layers of each other, deepening their connection. They went on long walks, hand in hand, exploring hidden corners of the city. Each walk was a new journey filled with laughter and shared secrets. They volunteered together at the community center, their shared passion for helping others forging an even deeper connection. It was in these moments of giving that they saw the best in each other. Steve loved Amma's adventurous spirit, her willingness to try new things. She brought a sense of excitement and spontaneity into his life. He introduced her to the joys of ice skating, her initial fear melting away as he held her hand, guiding her gracefully across the ice. It was a magical experience, one they would cherish forever. Amma, in turn, shared her love for music with Steve, taking him to jazz clubs and concerts. The music became a soundtrack to their love story.
I love watching you when the music plays. Your joy is contagious.
He loved watching her face light up as the music washed over her, her body swaying to the rhythm. It was in these moments that he realized how deeply he had fallen for her. They were two souls, seemingly different yet perfectly in sync, their love story unfolding like a melody, sweet and harmonious. Together they created a symphony of love, each note resonating with the promise of a beautiful future. One rainy afternoon at a friend's Christmas party, a misunderstanding cast a shadow over their happiness. Steve, engrossed in a conversation about work, didn't notice Amma trying to get his attention. She, feeling ignored and a little insecure, misinterpreted his distraction as disinterest.
Steve, are you even listening to me?
Words were exchanged, fueled by hurt and miscommunication. Amma, her heart aching, left the party early, the warmth of the Christmas lights suddenly feeling cold and distant. Steve, realizing his mistake, tried to reach out to her.
Amma, wait, please, let's talk.
But she needed time and space to heal. The festive season, once a symbol of their burgeoning love, now served as a painful reminder of their separation. Christmas Eve arrived, heavy with unspoken words.
I can't let this night pass without trying to make things right.
Steve, filled with regret, decided to go to the park where they had first met, hoping for a miracle.
Something's pulling me to that bench. I can't ignore it.
Alma, drawn by the same unspoken longing, found herself at the same bench, the memory of their first encounter a bittersweet ache in her heart.
Amma, I never stopped loving you.
The sight of Steve standing there in the falling snow, his eyes filled with remorse and love, melted the ice around her heart.
Steve, I've missed you so much.
They talked, this time truly listening, their words washing away the pain of the past weeks.
Can we start over? I promise to never let you go again.
Yes, Steve, let's begin again, together.
As the Christmas bells chimed in the distance, they embraced, the warmth of their love thawing the chill of the winter night.
This feels like a dream.
It's our Christmas miracle, Amma.
The Christmas miracle they had both wished for had arrived, wrapped in forgiveness and the promise of a new beginning. The following Christmas Eve, Steve took Alma ice skating, recreating their first Christmas together. As they glided across the ice hand in hand, he led her to the center of the rink. The crowd around them blurred, their world shrinking to this one perfect moment.
Amma, from the moment I saw you on that park bench, I knew you were the one. You fill my life with so much joy, so much love. Will you do me the incredible honor of becoming my wife?
Yes, 1,000 times yes.
Tears welled up in Alma's eyes as she nodded, her heart overflowing with love. The crowd erupted in cheers as Steve slipped the ring onto her finger, the sparkling diamond a symbol of their enduring love. As they kissed, bathed in the soft glow of the Christmas lights, they knew that their love story was just beginning. They built a life together, filled with laughter, love, and the pitter-patter of tiny feet. Their home was a sanctuary of joy, where every corner echoed with the sounds of happiness and the warmth of family bonds. Two beautiful children, a boy and a girl, blessed their home, inheriting their parents' kindness, their love for life, and their belief in the magic of Christmas. Every holiday season, their house transformed into a wonderland of festive cheer and boundless excitement. Steve continued his work as a social worker, his dedication to helping others never wavering. His compassion and commitment to making a difference in the community were admired by all who knew him. Alma, after a successful career as a teacher, devoted her time to their children, nurturing their dreams and aspirations. She was the heart of the family, always encouraging and supporting her children in every endeavor. They celebrated Christmas every year with gusto, their home filled with the aroma of gingerbread cookies, the sound of carols, and the warmth of family and friends. It was a time of togetherness, where love and laughter were in abundance. Their love story, a beacon of hope and resilience, inspired everyone who knew them. They were a testament to the power of love and the strength of family bonds. However, fate, as it often does, had other plans. The serene and joyful life they had built was about to face an unexpected challenge. Alma was diagnosed with a rare illness. The diagnosis came as a shock, a cruel twist in their otherwise perfect story. The news hit them like a bolt from the blue, shattering their idyllic world. The family, once so full of joy, now faced a daunting and uncertain future.
I'm afraid it's a rare illness. We will do everything we can. The words hung heavy in the air, a stark reminder of the fragility of life.
They fought it together, their love for each other their strongest weapon. Every day was a battle, but they faced it with unwavering courage and determination. But despite their best efforts, the illness took its toll. The once vibrant Alma began to fade, her strength waning with each passing day. One cold winter night, with Steve holding her hand, Alma breathed her last, her loving gaze fixed on his. Her passing left a void that could never be filled, but her memory lived on in the hearts of those she loved. The years that followed were the hardest of Steve's life. The pain of losing Alma never truly went away, but he found solace in their children, their laughter a balm to his wounded soul. He continued to tell them stories of their mother, keeping her memory alive in their hearts. One Christmas Eve, 5 years after Alma's passing, Steve found himself drawn back to the park bench where their love story had begun. As he sat there, lost in thought, he noticed a woman sitting on the opposite bench. Her back was turned, but something about her posture, the gentle slope of her shoulders, seemed familiar. He stood up, his heart pounding in his chest, a flicker of hope igniting within him. As the woman turned, he caught his breath. Her face was not Alma's, but the resemblance was uncanny. the same warm smile, the same twinkling eyes, the same air of quiet strength. Their encounter was brief, a simple exchange of greetings, but for Steve it was a sign, a message from Amma. He left the park that night, his heart lighter than it had been in years. He realized that while Amma might be gone physically, her love, her spirit would always be with him. That Christmas, Steve embraced the spirit of the season with renewed vigor. He knew that love, true love, never really dies. It transcends the boundaries of life and death, offering hope, solace, and the promise of new beginnings. And as the Christmas lights twinkled, reflecting in his tear-filled eyes, he whispered a silent prayer, a message of love to the woman who had stolen his heart and continued to guide him, even from beyond the stars. "Till we meet again, sweetheart, till we meet again," he continued as he took his steps and headed towards home and to his two wonderful children, Quentin and Meg. The end. This story was brought to you by your homie author, Avery Equison Lane, wishing you all the best of the festive season. Stay blessed.